Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's a Monday. I was just checking out the service van, one of our service vans, which is really cool. Repainted, reimagined for the new season in the desert. This is our West Coast van. We also have a Texas and East Coast van, or a Florida down south van. I was just checking out myself live on Facebook. That's me looking at you. I see Laurel is watching. Big shout out to our marketing team. Anyway, very cool to see myself on a phone. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go inside. I got stuff to show you. One of the coaches we followed is 1413, this beautiful quad behind us. We're gonna go inside and check the progress because I know it's got a couple of weeks remaining. Labor Day week. One of the things that I'm always a fan of is putting tile on the risers, the stair risers. Sometimes we don't do that, but when customers request it, bam, tiles on the risers. Or what I call stair backsplash. Let's go. I know it doesn't look like it, but probably 2 to 3 weeks from now, this coach is gonna be headed to audit. Slides are out right now, floor is completely covered. The upholstered items are not in. One of the reasons that the upholstered items are not in yet, and I know a few of them, I believe, are outside the coach right now covered up, we try to keep them as pristine as possible on the production floor, so they don't install the upholstered items. And what I mean by that is the jackknifing sofa that'll go here, over on the curbside or the patio side, the recliner that goes here, and of course the seating, both your back and your seat for the L-shaped expanding dinette. All of that stuff gets installed towards the end of production, and I mean like the last week, just to keep the leather very pristine. This will be nice to see when we get it done. This is actually a coffee maker behind this. Lots of storage in this floor plan. So as you know, with the Appliance Dream Center, and a lot of you are a fan of it, historically we do storage, coffee maker, oven, and then at the bottom a wine cooler or bottle cooler. In this configuration, the customers decided to stick with just the coffee maker and do tons of storage. I'm a big fan of that. Also, usually what we do is we pre-plumb it if those customers decide to change their mind and put the additional appliances in there. But as you can see, this is going to be set up for adjustable shelving. Look how much room is in there. I could almost sit in there. And then over on this side, more pull-outs here. So that's going to be really nice. It's real versatile. And this is a customer on this coach, 1413. This client knows what they like. I believe this is their 5th marathon. So they know what they like and what works for them. And that's what I appreciate about customers who come back to us and say, you know what, I like the appliance center, but we didn't use this or this. Let's go with additional storage instead. All right, moving into, here's another thing. I know this is mundane and just kind of typical, but I really like the linen texture of this wall. Reminds me of the old Rolex Datejust linen dials that they used to do in the 60s and 70s. Really, really classy, very cool. And then into the super bath. I see Chris back there working, so we're not gonna mess with him too much. But I see the tiles are set. One of the things about doing tile work is on this one, every single one, take a look at this over here, Shane. All these tiles have been pre-cut and they are going to be set. And I see they're probably, looks like they're gonna start working on that today, if not tomorrow, today. But every tile has to be right, and it has to have a certain look. The grains can't be too hard on one side or too strong on another. So I really like that. Super bath, one of my favorite floor plans. Let's go back out. I'm gonna take you over and show you a couple of other coaches on our production floor. Okay, from this vantage point right here, we are now on the east side of the production floor. Down here, we have a coach that we're gonna show you next Monday. Now it's Labor Day Monday. The production floor is going to be closed, but we're gonna show you a pre-recorded episode that Shane and I and Abigail are gonna work on this week. It's coach 1409 quad slide that is available. if you are in the market for a beautiful brand new Marathon quad slide, this coach that we're going to show you this next Monday, a week from today, it's not going to be live, it's going to be pre-recorded. Go to Marathon's Facebook page at 9 a.m. on Labor Day. You're not doing anything else except getting your barbecues ready and making sure you got enough chips on the counter. $14.09. Also, and that X over there is awesome. But speaking of X's, $14.17. Let's go take a look. $14.17. Look at all the wire pulls in here, you guys. Wire pulling and wire harnessing and wire proper placement is one of the most important engineering aspects of our coaches, because these coaches, just like the chassis, is designed to run on the roads for decades. And so wiring them properly is the groundwork, is the bottom baseline for the success of the coach. And that's why it's kind of a bottleneck and takes a lot of time on our production floor. Some people get into the stats of how many miles of wires, and some people say it's 7 miles of wires. I'm not into all that. What I do know is that there's a lot of wiring in our coaches, but more importantly is how we take the time to do it properly. And it's almost like modern art. The cockpit is completely removed, so the dash is completely taken out. But as you can see, there's just a ton of wiring that happens over in the cockpit area also. Very cool. Let's head out. Let's look at the side over here, Shane. And not just inside the coach, but look down here in the bays. You see a lot of wiring that comes from inside down here. And the reason is because a lot of the infrastructure is down in the bays. So these wires come literally right down through the floor, properly through into the bays. This is going to be a fun coach. We're going to watch this coach all the way through production. Marathon's commitment to the X3 is huge. And so we are one of the only manufacturers that build on the X3 chassis. And so it's not just the H3 with a double or a triple or a quad. It's also the double slide X3. Marathon's commitment to that is still strong, and that's going to show as we follow 1417 all the way through. This is a cool coach. It's a bunk coach. You hear that? It's lunchtime. Actually, it's recess time for me. Very cool. Thank you so much for watching the show this morning, and thank you to everybody on the production floor for letting me invade their space. It's my honor. Hey, I love you guys. It's my honor to represent the company on the Marathon Monday show and work with everybody here. And I just really appreciate this product. I appreciate all these Oregonians building such a cool thing. Somebody asked me when I was out last week, they asked me about what I do, and I told them what I do. And one of the coolest things is there's a lot of people that come to Oregon and they visit different things. They want to go see the Portland Trailblazers. They want to go to Portland and go vintage shopping. They want to see Multnomah Falls up the gorge. They want to go to the gorge. They want to go to the Oregon coast, which is, world famous for whale watching. But another thing they want to do, if they're into RVs, they want to come to Marathon. The largest and best builder on the Prevost chassis is right here in Coburg, Oregon. We do an amazing job, so big kudos to everybody here that builds these coaches. Be yourself and do good things. Have a good week. Don't forget, a week from today, the Labor Day show is going to be awesome. Coach 1409, the latest quad for Marathon, available and ready to go. So we're going to show you that next Monday. Be yourself and do good things. I'm out of here. See ya.